Guys,
it's
freezing
freaking cold.
out.
Can you tell? We have the heat at like 72, so I don't know what the heck's going on, but...
Animal snuggling with doggies.
Blake is taking a nap because she's always taking a nap when we film. Let's get down and dirty.
Let's get down to business to defeat
I said dirty.
the Huns.
Oh.
Hashtag Mulan.
Mulan. Isn't it Mulan? Mulan? Mulan.
Fa Mulan.
I don't know about that. Sorry we're a little bit late this week. It's just kind of been a rough week, so we took some time, which is not part of the deal, so sorry.
You got stuff in your bottom teeth.
I do, get it out.
Other one.
This one? Is it
I
gone?
can't see when you're...
So, I had my
Meowie.
this past Thursday. I can't even handle this right now. I take it back, I take it all back. Alright, third time's a charm. I had an ultrasound appointment this last Thursday to follow up from, I was on the highest dosage of letrozole, and then he was going to do an ultrasound to see how my follicles looked and everything. So I had that ultrasound, and it was a show. Like, it was bad.
You can't say that.
Why can't I say that? It was not good. I don't know. Now I'm like just sarcastic and negative. I've gone through the 7 stages of, what's it called? The 7 stages of
Grief?
grief.
Pretty sure there's 5.
5. I had an extra 2. That's what happens when you're hormonal.
Okay, Google, how many stages of grief are there?
There's only 5, Google
Ooh.
said. I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, and no, like, I was really, really sad at first. A lot of you guys saw on Instagram, I was kind of a mess. This is not a funny subject.
You're making Doc eat his paws.
I was really a big mess the first day, like that day after I found out. As you saw on Instagram, I called Marcus. I was just a wreck. It's just really frustrating because we spent all this money that, like, we don't have to just be spending, and then to just be told, like, oh, it didn't work. Again, for the 7,000th time.
Especially when the doctor's like, oh, I'm usually pretty good at getting women to ovulate.
He's like, I'm
which
pretty
I thought
good
sounded really weird. But
and it wasn't the doctor, though, so I don't want anyone to think that that's it, because that's not it at all. It's just my body. But it just sucks, and it's frustrating, and it's just kind of, and I think it was hard because I went by myself because he couldn't miss work that day, and I had Blake, and so I just was a mess. But, so, that's been done. It's over and done with. Now, he did like his, what did he call it?
his
Hail Mary. Gave me 20, what is it, mgs?
Yeah.
20 milligrams of letrozole in one day.
Which is a lot. What's the...
I usually take 7.5. That's the highest dosage. And that's triple. Yeah, I take that for, like, that's what my dosage has been.
So it starts at 2.5, then they up it. So she was already triple.
I was already triple, and then he just gave me 20 in one day. So he's hoping that will make a difference. And then I go in again this Thursday to see my follicles and look at all that. And then if that didn't take, then we're done. Done for.
There's other steps, but we're going to take a pause, try and
Well, the next step is IVF.
I thought there was a shot to try to trigger it.
Well, the trigger shot you take if my follicles look ready. So I would take the trigger shot no matter what. Well, like if my follicles look ready. So on Thursday, if I go in and they're like, okay, this looks good, then they'll give me the trigger shot to really get me ovulating and stuff. So that's what will happen then. If my follicles don't look good and it's just I'm not ovulating even with this Hail Mary dosage, then the next step for us is IVF. And honestly, at that point, we have to kind of take a step back and reevaluate some stuff just because financially that's just not an option right now. So.
Because it's like buying a new car.
Yeah, I'm in a giddy mood right now, which is probably good. Otherwise, I'd just be like crying all the tears right now. Well, I'm just like in a weird mood, so it's a good thing we're filming right now.
I think our dogs need baths.
I know, they smell. Is it just me?
It's either them or your breath.
It's them. That was rude. I don't know. I don't. How have I been on letrozole? Somebody asked me that. Have I been bad? I mean,
you've been a little ruder this week than you have.
Well, he gave me 20.
Well, I know. That's why I am letting it go.
But he still loves me.
Well, this morning I said you're being rude, and then you said something really rude back, and I couldn't hear it, and you said, better that you didn't hear it. So I just shut my mouth for a couple hours, and...
True love, y'all. True love. Now we have 2 dogs dancing.
She hasn't yelled at me since.
Shut up. I think I'm stressed too because I leave to go to town tomorrow. No, okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's the game plan. That's what's happening right now. That was I guess that was the answer for how I've been doing on letrozole for those who have asked. Marcus gave it to you straight. Also, I went back blonde. Did you notice?
Me too.
Yeah, Marcus too. I don't know.
Dog.
I have really mixed feelings about the whole thing. I'm frustrated right now just because you guys I wrote a post on Thursday just because there were so many emotions happening that I just couldn't get on camera yet. And I'm frustrated. I've kind of come to terms with it. I'm trying really hard to be positive about it, but it's hard not to be like angry with God. It's hard not to be angry about the situation. It's hard not to be frustrated and be like, listen, you're giving me this trial, then why can't you give me the funds to be able to pay for the trial, or things like that. So I'm trying really hard to be positive and just hope that maybe this Hail Mary thing that he did will work and give us something to work with, but I don't know. At the same time, I'm still super negative and thinking, like, why hasn't it worked before? Like, why is this going to work now? So, we'll give an update on Thursday. Even if I'm a mess, it'll come. And then we'll go from there. Hopefully, we'll still have videos to do or something. We might have to take a break for a while, but, yeah.
Well, I was hoping it would be happier by now, but,
Yeah, I think it's just a little disappointing. I don't know. I knew it was going to be a lot of work again, just like when we were trying with Blake. I think what's hard for me, and I don't know about with you, it's hard now because it's like we've already done this once. Like, we've already been through this. It was hard enough the first time, and I don't know why, but this second time, and maybe that does make sense the second time, I'm having so much of a harder time this round. And yeah, and we're not even close to what we were at with Blake yet.
I think part of it was everyone was saying, oh, once you have your first, it'll be easy to have your second.
And maybe that is it.
And a lot of people told us that, and so we were like, oh, well, once we get pregnant once, it'll be easy the next time.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been, and for some people it is, and for some people it isn't.
I think that is it, and I think I feel, and I was writing this in my post on this past Thursday that I wrote, I think I feel almost like a sense of urgency, like rushed, just because Blake's getting older, and I don't want there to be such a big age gap that they don't have a relationship and aren't really friends, I understand, like, I want an age gap, but I'm kind of at the point now where it's like, okay, she'll be closer to 3 if I were to get pregnant now. So that's a 3-year age gap. So I don't know. I just am like, I don't know. I don't even have words for it. I'm just frustrated and trying to have faith and trying to be hopeful, but at the same time, it sucks. There's this week's update.
Downer date. I
feel like all are up. I mean, like, what's going to be positive about this? Look at the lighting keeps changing on this. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
That's
weird. Well, if we pregnant, then that'll be positive.
Yeah, if we get pregnant, there's a positive, and then we'll just
Literally,
have pregnancy video
she'll
dates.
pee on a stick and it'll say positive.
Yeah. You know you're going through infertility when you're cleaning out your bathroom, and I found like 6 empty pregnancy boxes and test boxes. Yeah, there's that. All right. Well, that's all. It's Jess, Marcus, super short show. I'm gonna do that every time now.